Yo, Feliz, how are you? Good morning. How's everybody? First off, thank you for watching. Secondly, check out my manga channel if you're into anime and manga. Reading One Piece, it's on break. Kagurabachi, Ichi the Witch Hat Atelier, later, or Atelier, once the anime's over. And if you're into Game of Thrones or seeing reactions on my reaction channel, it's all in the description. If you want to get fit, let me know. It's in the description. $20 per session. I'll get you right. On that note, signs you are elevating. These are things I've noticed. These are things I've experienced, observations, and a complete mind shift. The first one is you start to not make excuses within yourself, and you don't accept excuses within others. That is a major plot point. You see, successful people, majority of them, maybe, actually, this is an assumption, but majority of them probably were procrastinators, lazy, excuses, unmotivated, very emotional, wasn't successful, listened to other people, right? All these excuses, all this victim mindset. And then one day, maybe they realize, oh crap, it's all on me. Everything's on me. And then they locked in. They stopped making excuses. They prioritize their health to a certain degree. Maybe, maybe not. They made a goal. They learned. They did research. They planned. Those are 3 key words right there. And then they took action. They saw fear and jumped right at it and then punched it in the face and kept going. And do that consistency, do that discipline, do that, let me expand my worldview. Let me try it. They became successful. They believed in themselves and their spirit. That's a spiritual aspect. But they stopped making excuses. And they stopped accepting excuses. So when other people come to them with excuses, when they get free advice, free game, they're like, he's not really about it. That person's still in that mindset. I don't want to hear that. Because they understand what it takes. People who went from fat to skinny with intention understood what it takes. Whether it was a roller coaster, whether they fell, got right back up, whether they experimented with like different body fats, it doesn't matter. They understood what it takes. If they stay lean, especially if they stay lean year round, they fully get it. That is one aspect of you elevating. You stop accepting excuses within yourself and you stop accepting excuses within others. Another aspect is your hygiene. Maybe before you used to never floss, now you have to floss. Like it doesn't even cross your mind not to floss. You just do it. 9 times out of 10, it doesn't cross your mind. Sometimes you're like, damn, bro, I don't care to floss right now. But you're like, no, floss. And you just floss. You blank out. That's actually a sign of elevation. You trim your nose here. You make sure your beard or your little scruff is good. Unless you're woofing out and you don't want attention, then that's a different story. Make sure your hair is like decent. Make sure your skin's good. This is all signs of elevation, of a new identity being shifted. You don't bite your nails either. You make sure you trim them here and there. You put lotion on, bro. This is a sign that you care about yourself. You're like, yo, I like me. Before you never liked you, but now you're like, I like me. I've accepted myself. And I'm still learning about myself. But hygiene is very important. That's a key indicator. That is a key indicator. And then you also brush your teeth 2 to 3 times a day. All these things you used to never really do because you didn't care, but now you care because you're elevating. Like, whoa. I'm on my purpose. And being my purpose means I gotta feel good about myself. Not just have a goal in mind. I have to feel good about it and have fun. That's part of the process. Congratulations, you're elevating. 3, you're thinking about elevating and you're taking action. That's the first step, thinking. Damn, when I was a shut-in, dude, I used to sit in my room, go out, get McDonald's like every day. Yeah, McDonald's breakfast every day, get a frappe. Damn, soda, maybe McDonald's twice a day. But when I went out, it was in winter 2022. I saw an older lady, like 40 years old, for lawn mowing service. I'm like, bro, what am I doing? And I saw older man do the same thing. And I saw older man work as a busboy. I'm like, dude, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? And then it hit me, and I started elevating. I started thinking, man, I gotta get better. I need to progress in my own life for me, because I want a legacy for my kids, my future kids. I want to be able to be secure in myself. And through that progress, I started planning, started thinking, started researching, started watching videos of men traveling. The passport bros, right? That was actually inspiration. Not at first for the women and like the traveling aspect, but eventually it turned into, I just want to enjoy life. And through that, it helped kickstart my steps. I thought about it. Now at this stage, I really don't care about any of the passport shit. Traveling sounds great. I'm definitely going to Japan, Korea, Indonesia, 100%. Just for me and the culture. But that's a sidebar. But I thought about it. And through that, I thought about, well, what else can I do? Went back to school for computer science, which I tried 3 times already. Was like, nah, this ain't for me. This really is not for me. Shifted to business, finance. Graduated last winter at 32. And now we're progressing even more and more and getting the licenses. You see, I thought about it. I thought about the plan. I had a goal. Once I shifted, I created a goal. All right, I'm going to get my real estate license. After that, do finance. Get my finance. And then 1 year in, I was like, all right, I need my license. Got my SIE. I'm like, all right, what's the next license? Planned out my licenses. All right, once I graduate, get this. Start looking for a job. See? And now here I am. I planned and thought of it. Took action at the same time. Focus on literally myself. Didn't care who came, who left, who was around, who wasn't around, who was upset, who wasn't upset. The drama, the gossip, none of that matters. That's a good sign of elevation. Because you thought about it. So what are you thinking about it? What are you going to do the next 30, 40 minutes for your life? For your life. Nobody else's. Your life. What do you want? Oh, now you speed up. What a prick. But what do you want in your life? Go for it. Don't ever let nobody stop you. Think about it and go for it. That's a sign of elevation. Read the book Ultra Learning. It teaches you how to plan. It teaches you how to execute. It teaches you, or gives you the knowledge. The rest is on you. How to get your goal and cultivate skills. Very powerful.